Yo, what it do, YouTube? Is your boy Coach back with another video. This is the post-game reaction to us just playing the Bengals. We did lose shockingly. Man, this is a tough one, man. I don't know. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter or not, but link will be in the description. All my rage and effort of energy on this stream just went to Twitter. Like I lost it after that loss, man. That was tough. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you are new or you are returning to this channel, please leave a thumbs up, hit the like button, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. I appreciate all the support. I really do. But other than that, let's hop into the game. Unfortunately, we did come out with the loss. The score was 34-23. Luck had a phenomenal game, hands down. The only reason us losing, in my opinion, was the downfall on the defensive side. I mean, Luck did have an interception at the beginning of the game, but that kind of wasn't his fault, really. The ball led to the receiver, but the receiver kind of like didn't get to the ball, so the linebacker wound up getting the tipped interception, which is unfortunate on Andrew Luck's and the Colts' behalf. But Preston Brown was the receiver of the interception on the Bengals. We are now 0-1 going into next week, and the Bengals are 1-0. The Bengals put up 17 points in the fourth quarter. AJ Green did show up today and play his heart out. I mean, he did have a few fumbles, but that is AJ Green. He had two last year. He had two in one game this year, so I don't know how that's going to pan out for him in the rest of the season. But other than that, let's go hop up to the stats for the Colts. Andrew Luck was 39 for 53, 319 yards passing, two touchdowns and one interception. Andrew Luck is back, man. Andrew Luck is back. That's all I got to say. Andrew Luck is back. I've never been so excited. I'm going to adjust my camera for a little bit. But yeah, I've never been excited. I've been saying this all offseason, man. I can't wait for the season to start, even preseason. Naheem Hines for another person. Naheem Hines had a great game, man. Naheem Hines, his stats don't really show it, but Naheem Hines, appreciate everybody for coming through. But Naheem Hines had a really good game. He was catching everything off the screen. I said, during the draft and during the preseason, I was predicting he could be like a David Johnson for us because he's one of those receiving running backs. He can catch the ball off the screens and he can run the ball a little bit as well. He did work on his carrying ability. I see transpiring into the regular season because in the preseason he did a lot of fumbling and especially on kick returns. But in the game he actually showed up, so I am happy for him. Jordan Wilkins is another person who had a big contribution in this game. He was running hard, man. So shout out to Jordan Wilkins. He played a really good game. Christian Michael, he only had 2 carries. He came in on third down on 2 possessions. But other than that, Andrew Luck had a big run. And speaking of Andrew Luck, at the beginning of the game, I don't know if you guys seen it, but if you haven't watched the game and you're just hearing it first from me, Andrew Luck had a helmet-to-helmet with safety Williams from the Bengals, which wound up getting him ejected, which is the first ejection of the season for the whole NFL. Williams was Luck scrambled out of the pocket on the option type play, and he broke loose. It was a nice 7-yard gain, and he wound up sliding to the ground, already on the ground, and Williams came in and hit him with the helmet. It could have been concussion protocol. Thank God Luck is a strong quarterback. He's one of those quarterbacks that if it was anybody else like Ryan Fitzpatrick or Drew Brees or Jameis Winston or Tom Brady taking that hit, they probably would have been out of the game for concussion protocol. But Luck was a big brute, and he came back, he shook it off, and went on to play the rest of the game. And he wind up paying for it, and we got a touchdown right after. But Williams did get ejected for the Bengals. I believe that was totally the ruling was correct. I would have ejected him too because that was definitely unnecessary, and it had nothing to do with the flag and penalties they have in today's game. You know, with the helmet to get a tackle, that was definitely unnecessary roughness. He was already on the ground and all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure to leave that like button. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. This is Coast Talk. But I'm going to get back into the stats in the game. Eric Ebron, he had a big contribution this game. He had a touchdown on a seemed like the play we did in the preseason when he first caught his touchdown when him and Ty was on the same side. But this one, it was the same double formation. Jack Doyle on one side, Eric Ebron on the other. Luck threw it up because it was double coverage, so it was double tight end set. So the Bengals had an option to choose. They had to either get the corner to guard Doyle or get the corner to guard Eric Ebron, but it wound up being the linebacker. so the corner couldn't help, and it wound up leaving Eric Ebron wide open over the top of the back of the end zone and getting the touchdown. And he did his little dance. He was out there being ugly, but shout out to Eric Ebron, 4 receptions, 51 yards. I was gonna save this for later, but I might as well talk about it now. Jack Doyle. Jack Doyle had 7 receptions and 60 yards. Now I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of the game, I was a little on the weird side about it. I was like, why Jack Doyle is not getting the ball yet? The commentary said the same thing. So, baby hands Jack Doyle wind up getting 7 receptions, and he wind up costing us this game at the end as well. So at the end of the game, we were coming back. We were down 3. We were down 4. All we had to do was score and give the ball. We were moving the ball up the field, moving. Andrew Luck threw the ball to Jack Doyle wide open for the first down, and he winds up losing the football, fumbling it. Bengals picks it up and runs it all the way to the end zone to score 34 touchdown points. And Luck was trying to catch the guy, but he couldn't. But other than Jack Doyle, I'm not going to talk about him anymore. He averaged 8 yards, but who cares? Ryan Grant, the former Washington Redskins acquisition we picked up in the offseason, has had a great game. He averaged 7.4 yards. He had 8 receptions, 59 receiving yards. Ryan Grant is a great acquisition for us, in my belief. He's one of those guys that can go up and get it, and he holds on to the football very well. He's a good catcher as well, a decent route runner. He's a great acquisition. My other guy I'm going to talk about, my guy, T.Y. Hilton, got him a touchdown this game. Shout out to him. Man, T.Y. caught a few passes that was crazy, man. It was a few sideline passes that was pretty dope. Nice. It was nice on the money dots from Andrew Luck too, man. That connection is back this season. We've been missing it because of Luck's departure due to injury. I was going to speak about the 2016 snowboarding incident that I seen this morning, which I thought was quite intriguing, but I was like, never mind. So I was not going to speak on it. Jordan Wilkins had 7 receptions as well. The Jordan Wilkins and Naheem Hines duo until Mac return is doing pretty great. Eric Swoop has 1 reception as well. Chester Rogers actually had a decent game as well. Chester Rogers had 3 good catches this game. He did pretty good. Clayton Gaithers, on the other hand, 7 tackles. He had a penalty in the second half that cost us big. Wound up going in the end zone, one-on-one with A.J. Green. He got a pass interference, man. It was a big call. That's unfortunate on our hand. Clayton Gaithers gave up a big one with that one and the fumble, the penalty and the fumble, and then there was an incompletion that was all costly in the long run going into the game. Jabal Shear did not really show up. He had a tackle. Jabal Shear was trying to get to the quarterback, but another thing, getting to the quarterback, our offensive line had a great game. The sack was the other turnover I was talking about. It wasn't a fumble, but Carlos Dunlap got to Andrew Luck. Our offensive line showed up this game. We did pretty good containing Andrew Luck. He had all the time in the world to contain the pocket. That's why he had 300 yards. But our offensive line did a great job this game, man. Shout out to the offensive line with the additions, a lot of switching, a lot of changes. But Joe Mixon, he was shredding our defense, man. I would give it to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon was shredding. He had 17 carries, 95 yards, but it felt like he was running for 300. Going into next week, we play the Washington Redskins. I would definitely want to see how that's going to turn out. Andy Dalton had 243, 21 for 28. He had a pretty decent game as well. A.J. Green, on the other hand, 6 receptions, 92 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 fumbles. But that's all I got, man. The Doyle fumble at the end of the game cost us. We were moving down the field. I'm pretty sure I had a great feeling that Andrew Luck was going to get us the touchdown at the end of the end zone. We could have actually tied the game, but Adam Vinatieri missed the field goal, which was shocking. Shout out to Adam Vinatieri. He is second in all-time field goals. He's going to kick a few this year. I'm pretty sure it's going to put him at number 1. But I don't know what the number is. If you guys know, leave it in the comment section. But thank you guys for coming through. Colts Talk signing out. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new and you're returning, please hit that like button. Go ahead and comment. Hashtag Colts Nation in the comment section. Signing out. Peace.